I'll start again because someone's a moron.
What? Alright, boys. We're getting off the rails already, and we just started.
What rails?
What else is new?
The rails
Alright, episode 16. The 50th anniversary of the moon landing.
Why are you... Never mind.
What?
Popping your first vowel with such volume.
I think we're fine. Looks good.
Let's roll.
Okay, hey, continue.
I forgot your audio file.
Oh.
Oh, I meant a pedo file.
What? You're a pedophile?
No.
Oh my God.
He's a gayophile.
Oh.
What the fuck is that?
You're just making up words now.
Duh. Alright, so we're going to do the moon landing.
Okay.
But we're going to start out with some other topics before. We'll get to the moon landing in a little bit. Our good friend, Superhuman, is back, finally, with a new video.
He was in a hiatus?
Yeah, he was in a little hiatus. We were in a little hiatus. He's back. New video. Are you guys ready for this?
No. It looks painful already. Oh my God.
This is going to be epic. Joe, what are you doing?
I'm looking
Doing
up
what?
a story to talk about.
Oh, okay. Alright, here's Superhuman.
This is Superhuman t-shirts that I'll be jumping onto a bookshelf, barbed wire and light tubes. This is for Juggalos and Juggalettes. Don't try to sell home, and I hope you like it. Whoop whoop.
Yo, where's he getting all these light tubes from?
Home Depot?
Yeah,
Man, that's a lot of money, man.
out of his dad's garage. Who am I kidding? His dad left him.
This shit!
Yeah. Oh! Why did he take it like
So
that?
quickly.
Why did he take it like that?
He like took that.
He's gonna have an ending montage in like a year of just all the
Yeah, well, he's in a
aftermath.
wheelchair and a neck brace.
He just did a
It's just
butt
like
bomb.
every-
He did a butt buster onto a bookshelf with barbed wire and light tubes, and he slotted himself with the bookshelf in his ass crack.
Yeah, that's like a broken tailbone, man.
I guarantee you tomorrow we'll see. I'm taking a break again.
He had to come back.
Shit the barbed wire out.
He had to come back huge, man.
We are trying. I have messaged him numerous times,
There's numerous.
at least twice. That's numerous.
Numerous times. Once and a half.
To try and
1.5 times.
to try and get him on a Skype call for a interview, so we can let him tell his story. He wants to be a stuntman, like a real stuntman. That's why, like, you see he's got T-shirts and stuff out that says Superhuman is a real stuntman. Like, and people hate on him, whatever. I think he's hilarious. I think he's great. I want him to just do what he's doing forever because it's great.
He's gonna be a 70-year-old man. This is for Jiggalos and
Yeah.
Jiggalettes.
Whoop.
Yeah, like,
Oh, my hip.
sad thing is he'll probably live longer than I will. What do you got? What you got, Joey? You just spent like 20 minutes looking up a story.
No, I was gonna. Did you hear about that fucking grandfather that dropped the kid off the cruise ship?
Wait, what?
No.
So,
What?
so,
No. Okay.
so a grandfather was.
Joey actually comes with a news story.
Yeah. So because it's pissing me off, right? Because there's a grandfather, family vacation, a toddler. I think she's like 2, maybe 1.5, 2, and he sits her on the railing
Of a boat? Like
of the cruise ship,
like a giant cruise.
10
Like
floors
he's
up,
on the cruise ship?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, alright.
and slips out of his hands, and she falls to her death
Oh my God.
from the 10th floor.
How old was she?
Like 2 or 3. Like down there.
Oh, why are you laughing? It's horrible.
No, because it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's
Why
like
did
Michael
you
Jackson
sit
type
that?
shit.
It is
Why
fucking
did you sit
hilarious.
that little kid on that railing?
All right, hold on.
And then
Hold on, time out.
What?
Time out. Brittany and Cora came over to my dad's on the 4th of July. We have like a tiny little pool, like maybe 2-3 feet deep, and I took Cora over there and like put her on the edge of the pool and let her dangle her feet in. I had a death grip on that kid because I was afraid of dropping her in a 2-foot pool that I could reach to the bottom of without getting my shirt wet. Like, and his grandpa dropped a 2-year-old off of a cruise ship.
Yes. So not only did that make me angry, the fact now that the family's blaming the cruise ship.
For what? Not having a net?
Like, saying it's the
because
cruise
Superman
ship's
wasn't
fault.
on the
What?
cruise.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the fucking
the grandfather did not drop the kid. The cruise ship made the kid fall.
What?
Because the cruise ship lifted that kid, threw over the fucking railing.
Oh my fucking god.
Unless they can prove that, like, something, like, jarred and obstructed it.
Or, like,
The
she was
ship
leaning
transferred.
on the railing and it snapped and she fell. That's understandable.
They'll get it. They won't have to do anything.
Somebody was up there buttering the rails.
Yeah, like.
It's like, but what was she doing on the rails?
Yeah, exactly. But in all aspects, like, it was the grandpa's fault. Like, let's be
Correct.
honest. It was the
You
grandpa's
killed your
fault.
grandkid. Live with that. You
Like,
don't
was
have,
it
you
the
don't have
grandfather
that much.
saying it was the cruise ship's fault? Or
No,
the
the
family?
This is the family. And
Oh,
you don't have
God.
that much time left. Like, live with you killing your grandkid, bud. You did it.
You don't know that. Like, my
God.
mom's 40.
That's true, man.
My mom's
I was
49.
like, damn, your mom's
No,
40?
I was
Holy
49.
shit.
She's 49.
She was 10 when she
I
had
think
you?
Or no, she's
Four?
48. No, 49. Yeah, because I'll turn 30. I'll turn 29, so she's 49. Yeah. So, like
Oh, that's
if she
true.
killed my kid,
Oh, man.
if she killed my kid, she'd have a lot of time to live.
Love
Or
it,
she'd
love
probably
it, love it.
she'd kill herself. She
Love
would.
it.
She really would.
Yeah, but he's a fucking asshole. He was like, Mom, man, we'll just make another one. It's all good.
Oh my god.
I'll just make another one.
You know
It's
me
fine.
so well.
It's fine, man.
And then Brendan's like, "Why are you laughing?" Because that was funny.
They're
The
expendable.
grandpa dropped his granddaughter off the ship
That's
and
not
killed
funny,
her.
That's horrible.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's horrible, but it's makes me angry as well.
Yeah, I'm like, why the fuck? And then he's blaming
See?
the ship.
You remember how I told you the other day I realized how fucked up I am? This is why. Like, I think
He's like,
that's hilarious.
Mom, we'll make it a Kuna Matata. We'll make another one.
No, because in all reality, if the grandpa's dumb enough to put his grandkid up there and let her fall over,
You
the
should've fell
actual
with her.
parent was even dumber to let her father put her up there, and so
Like-
that kid was gonna be really dumb and do something else. So it's a
Was
trickle
there
down.
an age on the grandfather? Like,
It's a trickle down effect. He was probably like 95 and had like Parkinson's and shaken, and the kid was like already dead before it hit the water from being shaken to death.
Fuck, man.
it's like, oh shit. Well, I might as well dump it over. Nobody will know.
I should start practicing my evil laugh
And
when I
then
go to
not
prison.
only does the whole story make me angry, but the cherry on top of it, they were docked in Puerto Rico,
Oh,
my motherland.
so it's
and-
your fault.
You know where she landed?
It's your fault.
The boat comes up to dock, and then
And you're-
there's fucking concrete.
In your abuela's front yard?
Yeah. She
It
fell onto
landed
the
on
concrete.
Oh.
I thought she landed in
So
the
she
water.
was splat like a raspberry pie.
Oh, all right. That's enough picture painting for me. Just like that sidewalk was painted with her.
What are you looking up now?
It just says.
Great radio.
I know,
It
man.
just
Silence.
says-
It just says.
Whatever. They're just trying to find ways to blame
Okay.
the ship. You know what I mean?
Joe, why don't you pull up the story about the fist fight at
Disneyland?
Yeah, we'll talk about that one real quick.
I didn't hear about this.
I just saw it this morning on Facebook. I didn't watch it.
I'm
Oh,
sure
you know what?
I'll see it soon though.
Here, Pull it up.
Disneyland.
pull it up on here.
Yes, magical place on earth to beat the shit out of each other.
That way we can see it, because you said there's a video, right?
Oh yeah, there's a video.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So Joe. All right. So I don't know if by the time this comes out, everyone will probably have heard of this, because this isn't going to come out until today's the what? The
Ninth?
no, today's the 10th.
I
Yesterday
was
the
wrong.
9th. So this won't come out until 17th, 2 weeks from now.
Alright.
So there apparently was a family. You see all the videos up there.
I know. I
at the
just
top.
want to make sure it's this.
Oh.
This is the video.
Well, yeah, you get on those weird news
Yeah,
sites
the
and then they
news
start
sites
cutting
and-
shit.
Yeah, they cut a news
Oh.
report in.
I thought I saw
Yeah.
a YouTube one.
That's what you want, is the YouTube one.
So let's.
That's gonna be the raw.
Whoa, man. Whoa. We're just
Oh
gonna-
baby,
we're
I
gonna go
like
to
it
YouTube.
raw.
Talk something else, bro. Man,
Well,
what the fuck
what do you want me to talk about? This is what we're talking about.
Brenden, you got any stories?
Nah,
What did I do
think
that
I got
for?
Why'd you go to Yahoo.com?
I don't know,
What
because
the
I'm trying to
fuck are
yell
you
at you and do this to save
fucking
time.
mushy Brenden over here, or mushy fucking Joe over here can't fucking use a computer.
How do you confuse
He's
the
like
two
a
of us?
read. Ooh, boo. Oh, bitch.
Great, now you're making it delay even more.
Smacked it right.
You're ruining everything.
It was like this close to hitting him in the mouth. I would have let smart if I chipped his tooth.
I would have laughed so hard my tooth chipped your fucking iPad. Or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh no, not his eye. Another eye injury.
I had Bryson over here on Monday after work because Kate worked late, so I gave him my tablet, and I'm like, and he's like on my bed, and I'm like, oh fuck, don't drop that off the bed. I was like, I need that.
This video is taking the internet by storm.
This is
People
what we're
are even
watching?
taking
Okay.
the time to break it down. Let me just underscore all of this. The fight that you're about to see took place at Disneyland in Toontown. That's it.
Disneyland's
The
in
place where
California,
you take
right?
your toddlers when you go to
Disneyland, yes, California.
All right,
Disney
let's take
World.
a look at it. Again, you're going to see a guy there.
Well, now it makes all sense.
Yeah, pink shirt. It may look red on your screen. He apparently gets into
Oh.
some sort of
Oh, my.
discussion that escalates quite quickly as a woman in a
Wait,
white
you just
tank top
punch a chick?
spits in his face and then he punches her.
What
And then
the
a guy
fuck?
in a white t-shirt. By the way, all these people seem to be either related or all friends. There was definitely all at Disneyland together. In the white shirt, he starts hitting. And then another woman who's in a beige tank top, she gets into the fracas. Now this goes on for some time and it dies down just for a moment and then it picks back up again as the two women start fighting
knocked
each
out.
other. Then the men enter the fight again and then somewhere in all of
Oh,
this,
she's faking
a
it.
woman
Yeah,
gets
she's
up from
fine.
her mobility scooter. She gets involved in the melee
He
and
got
she
out of
ends
her
up the
fucking-
ground. It doesn't stop there. It stops and starts at least 2 or 3 more times. That's when park goers actually intervene in all of this, and then we see security come in. They break up the fight, as we
Pile of Jello on the
understand.
floor.
That family is escorted out of Toontown and out of
Ooh.
Disneyland. As far
She
as
ate
a
that
statement
punch,
from
though.
Oh, they were in
Disneyland, we reached
Toontown?
out to
They
them.
were
At this
expecting
point, they have not responded. We'll continue
ate
after that in the
that
morning.
punch.
And we're not sure if there were any sort of criminal charges against the
There should
people
be.
involved in all this. We're working with the Anaheim Police Department right now to get that information. But again, as we come back out here, Toontown, ladies and gentlemen,
Getting a fight in
Saturday.
Toontown.
big fight. And apparently all of these people knew each other.
Joe,
How are you gonna get into
Joe,
a fight at
if
Toontown?
I dare to say this, as our resident brown friend, what the fuck was that?
They weren't.
They were a little darker than me, bro.
But you're our resident brown guy, so
Listen, you ever have your
does
you
that
ever
ever
have
does that
someone
happen at a
spit in your
family
face,
barbecue?
bro?
No. What?
You ever have someone spit in your face?
Yeah, I
No.
do.
Yeah,
I think I have.
I've never had someone spit in my face, but I think if I had,
I'm sorry.
That what happened?
I'm sorry if my sister or cousin or whatever spit in my face. I'm not punching them.
oh no, probably not my sister. You know,
They flat. No, you would Sparta kick your sister in the chest.
like
You'd be like, "This is America!" And then you just kick her in the
at
chest.
one point in my life, on a vacation, we were with a bunch of friends, and you know me, I'm outspoken. I say what I want to say,
Yeah.
and we're
You
friends.
call
that-
your wife stupid on a daily
well,
basis.
not but no, I
Yeah,
don't.
well, yeah.
I wish I
But there was we're friends.
Well, you
with
at
this
least call her an idiot.
we're friends with this lesbian girl, and she just makes bad decisions, bad stupid bitches. You know.
Can she turn? Can she?
And she got
can
mad.
she change the team to come back to bad
Oh,
decision,
yeah.
Brendan?
Yeah.
He's got a lesbian friend that makes bad decisions too. You guys could be together.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Just tuck your wiener.
yeah, then you don't have to worry about impressing her because she don't like women or men.
She don't like.
Anyway, so she gets mad at me because I'm just roasting her, and then luckily we're in a pool. She throws her drink on me.
Yeah.
Now that would have pissed me.
Oh,
the
see,
fuck off.
I've had
If-
drinks. I've had drinks
if,
thrown on
If
me.
I wasn't in the pool, like
Oh.
I would have been fucking heated. I
I've
would have
had-
had my fucking girl beat her ass.
I've had drinks thrown on
Like,
me.
I'm
That
not-
doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
not
never had drinks
against.
thrown at
I'm
me.
not against guys getting girls to beat girls' asses.
See,
Like I'm not against that. Like I won't hit a girl, but I'll get a girl to hit a girl.
what are you doing over there? You're
They
watching it?
mentioned mobility scooter. No, this is something else. This is this is a
Oh
fight,
my
just
God.
random fight, and some.
But do you remember a couple years ago the fight at Walmart between the two ladies and like the kid came in and was like hitting one of the other women, like it was one of the women's kid came in and was like hitting her with like a bottle of shampoo and stuff. They're like fighting over. Yeah. And the person videotaping was like yelling at the kid like, "You're gonna go to little boy, or you're gonna go to jail, little boy." Like,
Oh my God.
It's fucking great. Full blown like on the ground fighting.
The kid was like, "Wrong, bitch! It's juvie."
Oh my God.
Oh man, it was great.
But that's never happened at a family function of mine.
It's never happened at a family function of mine either.
At
least not that I was
Let
at.
alone at Toontown. In
Toontown
Disneyland.
in Disneyland.
That's why you don't go to Disneyland,
You go to
folks,
Disney
man. It's
World.
Matt Hood over there. Don't be doing that shit. Let's go to just, open up your wall a little more and get to Disney World, man. Disneyland blows.
All right, let's jump into it. Because Brendan's gonna have to leave.
Jump into
I
it.
got till 6.
Jump into it like they jumped
That's
into
till when?
I'll be there at 6. And then
jumped
I'll come
into
back by
Studio
6:30.
8 to fake the moon landing. Is that what you're talking about?
All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna hop in the time machine.
Oh boy.
We're going back. All right.
Ooh.
We're going back, man.
We're in the way back machine,
Way back.
and we are going back to the end of World War II.
Ooh.
All the way back. This is where it all starts.
Oh boy.
Is it though?
Yes.
I thought it was a Cold War.
Because you need the whole picture to understand what's going on. So, end of World War II. Hitler's already dead. We're fighting the war with.
It all started with us dropping the nukes.
No.
Oh my God.
That's what ended World War II.
I know, but that's where
This-
we're starting from.
It all
No, we're
started
not.
with Pearl Harbor.
No. This is stop.
It all started with
This.
Nazi
All right.
Germany.
1944. Hitler is dead. Hitler's dead. We are still fighting with Japan. Russia is our ally, but we don't see eye to eye still. Like they're our ally, but we don't see eye to eye. We see future conflict with them. We create what's called Operation.
Penis touch.
What is it?
Operation Fuck Shit Up.
No, it was originally called Operation. Damn it! I had it here.
Nipple kiss.
It was something before. It was,
Operation Paperclip.
No, it was before that.
Right at the top.
I know, but it was started out as I think it was Overcast. It was Operation Overcast.
Operation Overcast.
And then it became Operation Paperclip.
Don't get Brenden started on overcast skies and storms.
I
and
was
shit, all right?
I was thinking of
So,
fucking weather.
Can anyone tell me what Operation Paperclip is?
No. I have no idea.
Oh,
You really don't?
dude,
No, I don't remember.
it's that fucking clippy on the
No,
bottom of the
it
screen.
is
on
not the
computer.
clippy on the
Not
bottom of the
fucking
screen
Microsoft
of
Word.
Microsoft Word.
Fucking help.
Operation Paperclip started right before the end of World War II. We gathered up as many
Paperclips
German
possible.
German scientists as we could and brought them over here.
Before Soviets got them.
Yes, the Soviets got about 2,000 scientists themselves. We got around the same number. What?
Why do they have so many scientists?
Because it was Nazi Germany. They were doing all sorts of experiments. Everything.
Jesus.
But we got people like Werner von Braun, who built the V2 rocket for Hitler, which they never got to use, and basically he headed up our rocket propulsion systems for NASA when NASA was formed. Why are you smiling, smirking?
Because I was thinking of Team Rocket.
You're an
Oh
idiot.
my God.
No, he's not Giovanni.
Giovanni.
That was
Yeah,
the head
the leader of Team Rocket, bro.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he was the one with Persian.
Vermilion City Jim.
Oh, I was thinking of
Vermilion
fucking.
City.
Jesse and James.
Yes,
Oh,
Jesse.
idiot.
James.
Team Rocket blast off at the speed of
So,
light. Now, we're
we
prepared to fight.
snatched up all these scientists and everything,
That's right.
and they were employed by the U.S. government for everything from NASA to you name it. That we like research and development for future like technology, everything. Like the most we know are like I said, Werner von Braun. I don't believe Einstein was part of Project Paperclip, but he's associated with it because he helped us with the atomic bomb.
Mhm.
But if he was already here, before paperclip went into effect. So that's kind of the start. You see these scientists, they come over, they whatever. War ends, we drop the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Thank you, Lord Oppenheimer.
Cold War starts with Russia. With the Cold War...
Did it technically start right away, or
it was
between the separation of Germany, right?
Yes, which happened right away.
Like we were trying to give Germany back.
That was the Iron Curtain, which created the Cold War. There were never any skirmishes or fights or anything. That's why it's called a Cold War.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, there were some hotspots.
That's basically what the Korean War and Vietnam were fought over, was that they were trying to implement... what's the word I'm looking for?
Communism.
Thank you. Communism in those countries, and we wanted them to have democracy, which we really don't have. So, fast forward a couple years, 1945, end of the war. It's now 1958. NASA is established. Who knows what NASA stands for? I know you guys can read it on the screen.
Yeah.
That.
National Aeronautic Space Administration.
Wrong! It's called Never a Straight Answer. Anyway. Yes, it is national.
He really set us up for that bullshit.
I know.
I knew that one.
What'd you say?
God.
I said I knew that one.
Yeah.
But...
So...
They tell the honest truth.
They do not. And we've been over this in past
Multiple
episodes.
episodes.
You're right. Multiple episodes.
You were pushing it first. I was just fixing it.
We
Don't-
are... I don't care what he does. So, previous to NASA's creation, the Air Force was heading up the aerospace division, trying to get into space and to the moon. NASA comes, and it's going to be now, instead of Air Force pilots going to space and the moon, it's now civilians that they take and train, or people from the military that have stopped their career, they've left, and are now applying to NASA.
Right.
So blah blah blah, NASA's formed, whatever, they get a bunch of money, and the space race has started between the USSR and the United States. We are scrambling to get
Some eggs.
So it all started with the USSR puts Sputnik in space.
Yes.
The United States freaks out.
Shit, it's a spy satellite.
Absolutely. Everyone's like, it's a spy satellite. You can visibly see it going over the night sky. It passes in a low orbit. And that's like when we're like, okay, we have to get on top of this. We start our, we put, and it was October 4th, 1957 that Sputnik went into space. So it was literally a year before.
Who was president?
NASA.
Was it still Truman at the time? Or did JFK? Who was after? Was JFK right after Truman? I can't remember.
I think so, because JFK was, well, if my resident Googler over here will look that up for me. Who was the president in 1958? Because I do know that, I'm pretty sure.
There would be somewhere in between.
I'm pretty sure JFK was president when we made it to the moon in 1969. That was the moon.
1968.
No, 1958.
58. That's got it right.
I feel like
Because
it's
I know
Eisenhower.
Truman was president during Operation Paperclip in 1945.
Eisenhower was president from 53 to 61.
There you go.
Okay. It was Eisenhower.
So Eisenhower was president and created NASA. The Apollo, they had, I can't even go through all the different stuff they had. We all know the Apollo space missions, the Skylab, aka the space station, that we still have up there, but is now a joint. They're putting stuff into space still today. They're getting more grants. So
You got freaking
Sputnik goes up. That's not part of NASA.
I know, it's Elon Musk.
Yeah. So like I said, Sputnik 1 goes up October 4th, 1957, 1 year before NASA's created. Huge. Oh, yeah, I guess if I would have scrolled down a little bit and saw this, the Sputnik crisis urged immediate and swift action by President Dwight D. Eisenhower. I would have just read a little farther, we would have knew. January 14th, 1958. NASA director, someone want to pronounce that for me?
Hugh Dryden.
Hugh Dryden, because I'm horrible with pronouncing names. So, Hugh Dryden publishes National Research Program for Space Technology. So, he's put in as, head of NASA. But it gets a little different. So, there was, I think I lost it. So basically, what happened is like NASA's created. We don't
A
really,
year after Sputnik.
Yeah, but we don't have like people set in place yet for what is going to be this space race, because no one really knows at the time where we're going yet.
Right.
We're just trying to get into space, put stuff in
We're
orbit.
just organizing something.
We have Wernher von Braun. He's heading up the propulsion system to get satellites and stuff in space, but he's not just in charge randomly because he was a German scientist. Still, people don't know where things lie. We don't know if he's a sleeper cell. We don't nothing. So they actually put in a they put a guy in. Damn it! I wish I knew where I put it. You know what? It might be in one of these. Give me a second. Because I had it. It was really weird because. So what they basically did is they put. What are you doing?
Today, Junior?
No. I'm trying to find who it is. They basically put a guy in charge of the propulsion and rocket systems. He had no idea what he was doing.
Right.
He had nothing to do with rockets.
Think any of them did at that time?
Yes, people knew what they were doing, but this guy basically was thrown in because people knew him. He had no idea about rockets. He had no idea about technical drawing, analysts, anything. No idea.
Like me going in there.
Yeah, it's literally like one of us going in there and being like, "Oh, I've heard about this, but I don't know what I'm doing."
Yeah, I just know we gotta get a lot of thrust.
Yeah,
It's like we gotta get thrust somehow.
pretty much.
And a lot of G's. We have to go a lot of G's fast.
Jesus.
G's.
So we put him in place, and we'll fast forward to the Apollo missions. It's because I'm just trying to show you how NASA's set up. No one knows what they're doing. There's wrong people in place. People are there that know what they're doing, like Wernher von Braun and all these other people that I don't have names for, but they're all there. We've even seen the movie of the three women who wrote the code.
Oh yeah,
the
man,
computer
that was
code
a good movie,
that
man.
got them to the moon. Because you got to remember, our phones today have more computing power than what they had on the space shuttle.
They were called computers, weren't they?
What?
The women were called computers.
Oh, I don't know. I never saw the movie. I heard it was really good.
Oh
but, yeah.
man, dude, you gotta see that. That was a good movie.
I'll check it out. So we get the Apollo missions going, and we're doing tests. Everyone's doing their training, everything. But you got to remember, this is 1960s, height of the Cold War. The
Korean War was in the 50s, right?
Yes, it was right after, and then Vietnam didn't come until the 70s, so it's in between the two. But you also had the Cuban Missile Crisis. You had, all sorts of political shit going on all around the country. And we want to establish dominance in the world, because we don't want USSR to take over and spread communism
have
everywhere.
laser beams on the moon.
Yeah. So
They're gonna shoot nukes from the moon at us.
So 1960s, we're trying to put a man on the moon. Russia's put a man in orbit before us. They've put dogs in orbits. They even we put monkeys. We threw monkeys up there. We did all. What?
So racist, bro.
Yeah, I just saw the expression like he's going for the race car.
Yeah, I know he is. No, we really put chimps in orbit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, whatever. God, you guys are fucked.
I just looked at him and I saw his expression. I'm like, he's going for it.
Yeah.
He's gonna say it.
All right. So, how many missions to the moon did we have?
13.
11.
No. Apollo 11 was number 1.
That doesn't make any sense.
3.
No, we had.
8.
We had. Let me see here.
1.
2.
Well, 13 was supposed to go there, but they didn't make it.
So
Tom Hanks turned
2.
it around.
we had Apollo 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, and 17.
Oh, 7. Damn it.
7 missions to the moon.
And they all went to the moon.
1 did not.
13.
Oh, well.
You're gonna blow up.
Apollo 13 mission never made it to the moon. I don't remember if it blew up or not. It doesn't say. in
No,
this
13
article.
didn't blow up. They made it back.
Yeah,
No.
but they didn't make it to the moon, right?
Yeah.
It was a
No, they
movie,
didn't make
right?
it to the moon.
Yeah.
They had a slingshot it.
Yeah, no, that was Columbia,
Wait,
right? That
They
blew
all
up.
went to the moon, but how many landed on it?
All but 13.
Oh, they all landed on it?
All but 13.
Then how come everyone only talks about fucking Neil Armstrong?
Because that was the
it
first one. That was the first one. One small step for man, one giant leap
I don't
for
give a
mankind.
shit. But why?
Exactly. Because that's the whole point. Why does everyone talk about the Neil Armstrong one, but none of the others?
Yeah, and why is there no, like, I've never seen recording of it.
I'm sure there are, but do you want to start looking up some moon footage recording while we're talking? So if you look here, here's the landing sites.
Okay.
They're actually relatively spaced out according to, on the moon, like, because we know from last episode the moon is tidal locked. The moon does not spin. We always see the same sign.
Right.
Is what you call tidal locked. So we landed 11 is over here. I wish I had a pointer. And then 12. So we kind of did and then 13 never made it. 14, 15, 16, 17. So supposedly we made it. Joe's looking up. So basically this article that I read through is they're like, this is proof we made it to the moon, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because in 2009, we put up a satellite that orbits the moon called the LRO. The Lunar... Where is it? Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. Orbits the moon, takes what they consider high-definition pictures. Because if we look at these pictures, I would not call these high definition.
That's so high def.
But they say, okay,
Looking at
here's
4K capability.
yeah. So here's our, our 6 missions that landed. They say, here's each one's lunar module, because when they landed, it has the platform legs that come, and then when they left, the platform legs separated from the capsule that returned back up to the orbiting spaceship.
Right.
So, and did you know that all but one flag that we put are still standing? Apparently, it was actually Apollo 11, the first one, Neil Armstrong and them. They planted the flag too close, they say, and when the thrust knocked it over. So, but we're gonna get more into the flag as well. What do you got there, Joey?
No, I'm just looking at this footage. This is from Apollo 12.
Yeah.
And there's just no. The only way they're walking looks weird and different is because it looks like they're just wearing clunky clothes. There's no. They're not walking as if they would walk on the moon. You know what I mean? They say,
Yeah.
the moonwalk.
That's the whole thing. Is
It's not Michael Jackson.
no, shut up. You know what he's talking about. Stop trying to make stupid jokes that don't work.
But
It does work.
No, it
He's
doesn't.
moonwalk.
he's just
Fuck
using
you.
this metal detector. He's just
yeah.
not walking around
Well, because you see, he's kind of shuffling, so he's not actually because I know it's weird because it's movies, but if you ever watch John Carter, he kind of does the same thing when he figures out that every time he takes a step, he launches himself because gravity's less on Mars.
You don't need to
So-
technically jump.
No, because
Shuffle yourself along.
because Yeah, exactly. In the movie, he shuffles himself along as well. This guy's kind of doing the same thing because where the power comes from is when you lift and you push off with your foot is why you get that bounding jump that you see in like all the movies and they did show it in some of the footage of Apollo 11.
But he doesn't look like a little shuffling, right?
It's
weird,
it's kind of like this waddly walk.
Yeah.
But that's the inconsistencies that people point out. They say, well, we saw Neil Armstrong and them bounding on the moon, and they weren't really. It looks so effortless. Why are there other videos of them just kind of normally walking? This is where you get into the discrepancies of stuff. That's why I wanted to. The missions were so close together that they weren't that different. Yeah. Joe's over here looking down through his glass like an old man.
Yeah, I got look above my glasses.
So, Apollo 11 landed July 20th, 1969.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo 12. Oh, see, Apollo 12 was only what? It was November 1969. 13 didn't make it. Apollo 14.
There was a lot of
February.
Apollos in a short amount of time.
What? Yeah.
Because 17 was in 72.
So, all right, here's where we're going to start getting into the conspiracies. You know the backstory, you know everything. NASA's filled with people who shouldn't be there, who are in charge, don't know what they're doing, ordering people around who do know what they're doing, and like giving them tasks that are just impossible or they think is possible.
Right.
So, like I said, 71, 72, the last one landed December 11th, 1972. Apollo 17. So, the biggest theory is we did go to the moon, but it was years later. It was way after all of this happened.
So we were just trying to
we were trying to, because we were told, NASA's like, we made it to the moon, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, the theory is it was not possible with the technology we had. The computers couldn't do it, the coders couldn't do it, the rockets couldn't do it, the life support systems were not there yet. They were not ready. So, the theory is that this is a movie set. Show that off to Brenden, please.
This is Apollo 17.
Okay.
This is 1972.
Brenden, keep your eyes on the horizon. What do you see?
Black.
What do you see in the black?
Just black.
Absolutely. What do you see in our night sky?
Stars.
Why don't you see stars
Well,
on the moon?
Well, look at the quality of the video.
It doesn't matter.
Probably the video, man. Like if
I get it.
I mean, we pulled video from 1972 up of the skyline in New York City.
Skyline in New York City is a little different. That's light pollution.
The skyline of the Grand Canyon. And you might not see stars.
I don't know. It's a little weird. You don't see stars. So, does anyone see what I'm getting at yet?
Oh yeah.
What?
I can see why people argue.
Plus,
No. Do you see where I'm going with the whole no stars, no
yeah.
nothing? The theory is we filmed all of this either in
a studio with black
it's
walls.
either in
You think they know to put stars on the wall.
either somewhere in Hollywood that was quarantined off,
So stick
or it
on
was in
glow the
Area
dark
51.
Area 51.
that they filmed the moon landings.
They could have at least did it outside of Area 51.
They could have.
There's been a thing going around on Facebook I've been seeing about us just going to Area 51. You've been
Yes.
seeing that?
Yeah.
Like literally, there's
We'll get
more
into that.
people.
We'll get into that at the end of the episode. Remind me to bring that back up. So that's the theory. One theory is we filmed it on the moon,
Right.
or we filmed the landings somewhere here. Some say it was Coppola, the guy who did A Space Odyssey.
Oh.
Yes, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Everyone says, "Oh, it's probably him." Or
He
whatever.
put stars in his movie.
Whatever. So, because all right, so Joe, can you find me the video of the type moon landing flag waving? Or you know what? I could probably do that.
Seeing you got the TV access.
All right. So let's see if I can get a video here. Apollo 11. We'll run through a couple of these videos. So, as we see them putting the flag in, and
Put
it's
that
kind of
sideways?
it's what?
Put that sideways.
No, yeah. Make it hit the screen.
So, see they're putting the flag in and it's waving. You get this little ripple wave effect, but you have a flag that is on an L bar,
Right.
so it stands out straight. So no matter if there's wind or not, when you wave that back and forth, it's going to move. It's going to look like
he's moving.
yeah. But people are like, "Oh, that shouldn't happen. There's like no atmosphere. There's nothing to make it."
No, it's gonna.
It's gonna move.
Yeah,
right.
Because I can see him
Yes.
moving the pole side to side.
Yeah, as he's trying to put the flag in the ground, we see it move. That is conspiracy theory's biggest argument, right there. Is that they're like, this
Denied.
So they're like, oh, this is on a set, whatever, blah blah blah. The flag's moving, it's waving, whatever, and you see this is Apollo 11. You see how close to the lander it is.
Mm-hmm.
They say they blew it over too.
Yeah.
So it's not there. You can't see it. But I don't know. My thoughts on the moon landing in general are, I believe we went.
Dude, look
But
at
I
the
believe-
fucking sky from the space station.
That's the space station.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what the stars are like.
Yeah.
Just trying to get at the fact that
You should
your
see
star
stars.
thing with the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Could it be? Think of it from this perspective. This is just a random thought. So, like IPO on a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as in because the moon is reflecting sunlight,
Yes.
it had to be turned
Yes.
down.
I
so you
agree.
could physically see.
I agree with you, but it's. I don't know. I agree, and it's just a bunch of different circumstances that NASA denies, and there's footage missing, and there's files that are gone that they're like, we don't know how that disappeared. There's so much stuff over the years that, like, telemetry tapes from them going, like, everything was recorded on magnetic tape
Right.
back then, gone. Like, just no one knows where it is. All this stuff that, that's
Oh.
why people, what?
It is a common misconception that the Apollo astronauts didn't see any stars. While stars don't show up in the pictures from the Apollo missions, it's because the camera exposures were
Yeah.
set to allow the good images of the bright sunlit
That's
lunar
exactly what I was
surface,
just saying.
which included the astronauts' bright white spacesuits and the shiny spacecraft.
Because the same thing would happen if I took a picture in like a place that is really brightly lit. I
Yeah.
turn the IPO down, you're not going to see detail in the dark
Yeah.
areas. So
I understand, but that's why I'm not saying, like, that's definitive proof. Like, I believe we went to the moon, but
Lies.
I
you think
actually,
it happened at a different time?
I do.
What time?
Like
Decade
late
later.
80s?
Yeah, a decade later. I believe we put a man on the moon later, and it wasn't recorded. We had everything, because whether it be
Because everything was so different. Fuck.
whether it be because we couldn't do it, or it's because we knew something that was up there that we didn't want recorded. So, like, if it was because it is a hollow moon and there's people or things inside that we didn't want recorded that we found out while trying to get to the moon in 1969, or it was because we couldn't get there at all.
Or that person never returned because something killed them on the moon.
What?
I'm saying the person that went up to the moon
Oh.
never came back.
Yeah,
because he's killed on the moon.
I believe we went, but not in 1969. I believe all 6 trips to the moon were faked. Because it's too tough.
In that time frame, we didn't
NASA
have the
has,
technology.
quote unquote, misplaced or lost too much information on it. Just the telemetry data alone that should be on magnetic tape that's gone. the paperwork.
It's like, how do you misplace that?
Yeah, you're a giant government-funded agency. Where does it go? That's what I mean.
Who
It
has
smells too fishy that it's just disappeared. It was intentionally destroyed for a reason by someone higher up. You know what I mean? So,
It's always, every podcast comes back to the government not wanting to tell us anything.
Ding,
I
ding,
think
ding,
that's
ding,
just
ding, 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 ding.
That's
Jake's
just
like,
Jake over
No,
here, dude.
it's not. That's actually 90% of
Like-
all conspiracy theories is government control.
How many of these podcasts are you gonna be able to think of, man? You got
It's
you
gonna
got
end
more
up
up your
with-
sleeve?
What? Oh, I got plenty.
What?
He's on a watch list
Oh, dude,
at this point.
I
He's got all the Google,
Yeah.
all the fucking Google videos you've been looking up. And
dude,
shit,
I have a list of conspiracy theories like this long.
Oh my god, man.
We'll like after this episode, we'll get off of the space stuff and we'll go a little deeper into like cryptids and stuff. That's a little cooler and not so government oriented. There's a tiny little bit of government in it, but it's a little different. So, but back to the moon. So we have these, you know, these little discrepancies of people, you know, did we go, did we not, you know, their information's gone, we have footage, but it's not all the footage, it's been doctored, it's been not doctored, we don't know. Yeah, so what are you guys thinking? I'm not completely done here, but I want to hear what you guys are thinking.
I believe we went to the moon.
Do you believe we went to the moon in 1969?
I don't believe we went to the moon the first time. The first time. I think by 17 we might have made it to the moon.
What do you mean?
In 1972.
Oh, you think in 1972?
Yeah.
Okay, that is true. You know, that is a possibility
Because
because
that video looked a little different than the
the cameras were different.
Yeah.
Things, but also you gotta remember when digitalized footage, you can clean it up a lot better. So everything's now digital, so things get cleaned up. This is NASA's official site. We're actually scrolling through a couple of these pictures. If anyone wants to just pull it up, literally go to nasa.gov. There's a
hashtag /lies.
So they have an images page. So we'll slowly scroll through this, and like I can't, if I click on the actual picture and then back out of it, it takes me right back to the top of the list, and it doesn't keep your place. So I'm just gonna kind of zoom in on these pictures instead. So
Yeah, I want to try that G-Force joint, the mock.
I would love to do where you spin on the thing. I'd love to do
right
that.
there or no?
What? This thing?
200
Oh,
Asian.
you pass
guy.
the fuck out.
You pressed it.
Yeah. So
Wait, no.
You won't be able to make it.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
So
You fucked
you talking
up.
about this one? No, this is probably more likely.
No, go down one more. Oh, where'd it go? Right there, that thing.
This? No, this is what I believe
Looks like
is one of the
engine or the
Oh.
one of the rings where it separates.
Oh, okay.
So with the original Apollo, the Apollo missions, it's the downstairs
Yeah,
story.
look at these little bitties.
Yeah, all right,
Oh.
hold on, we'll get to that. So the original Apollo rockets, you literally, it's not like today's space shuttle where you're in a space shuttle and then it's strapped to the booster rockets and the main engine rocket. You were literally in a like trapezoid capsule sitting on top of a giant fucking rocket
Yeah.
with solid fuel.
They have fun.
And it had 3 separate detachments. So you had the main big part of the body would get you through the atmosphere.
Yeah, then that would fall
Then
off.
that would fall off and fall back into the ocean. The next one would get you
Hopefully.
like off of the atmosphere into orbiting space, and then that would fall off. And then the top was the capsule that orbited and had its own rockets that would send it to the moon.
And
so
they're hoping the slingshot to come back, or do they have enough?
no, from
fuel
what
to
I
get
from what I
back.
remember is we did do like a loop around so we launched, we did like a half a orbit and took off, went to the moon, and then they orbited the moon because you don't need any thrust to orbit the moon besides like course correction, so you don't have a decaying orbit.
Mhm.
So like a decaying orbit would be like if the moon and you're orbiting around it, So a course correction, you would need to continue to make sure you are at the same distance off the moon. So if your decaying orbit would be, you would keep getting closer and closer and then get sucked in to what gravitational pull they have. So you would need very little fuel. The only thing you would need is the small amount of fuel to break the orbit cycle to take off to the moon or away from the moon back to Earth. And that's pretty much it. Because in space, there's no drag. There's no atmosphere, there's no nothing. You have some debris and like you have the solar wind. So there's very little drag. So basically you don't need sustainable.
I love that he talks about this shit like he like flew up there and
He was there.
he felt it on his skin and he's like, you just
No.
there's space wind,
No.
but like and there's debris,
So-
but that's it.
So
And it's cold as
but
fuck.
like alright, so your phone is the space shuttle. When you are traveling in space, you just need the initial burst to get your inertia moving.
Yeah.
You don't. It's not like
in
driving
the direction that you need to go, and
Yeah,
then,
and
you're going.
Yes, and then you just need to make course corrections
Yeah.
with thrusters.
It's like
Yeah,
when Bender was
basically
throwing
like
his loot out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here. This is one of the rockets right here. Do you see one of the Apollo missions?
Like a giant mega weapon.
Hey, there's one of the computers.
Yeah, probably. This one I think is. I think these are the-
restored mission
That's-
control from the
that-
Apollo.
That's
the one
Columbia,
that-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
people that died.
Yeah. Which that's another conspiracy we can get into another day.
How is that a conspiracy?
I'm not gonna get into it.
Okay.
Okay. Not gonna get into
Dude,
it.
where do you get these from, bro?
Like that, there was video of that going up. and
Yeah,
exploding.
but we don't know.
Like,
if
Oh
it
my
had-
God!
We
you're
don't
gonna-
know if anyone's
you-
in there.
You're gonna make me get into
Oh
it.
my God.
Are you not? You're gonna make me get into it.
Next different episode.
So
Guess
here's
we're going with that
here's one of.
I don't believe it unless I see the video of them going up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Maybe they didn't release that video because they didn't want people to be distraught.
Be
That
destroyed.
wouldn't make me.
I don't
distraught.
think they had
Watching
GoPros in
people explode.
the shit, dude. But I don't know what else do you guys wanna you guys any
Oh,
questions?
I got one next week. Oh,
No,
it's
no.
not-
I mean questions about this. What
Oh.
do we got?
I don't know.
What?
You're not really convincing me at all.
You're not convincing. I'm
Well,
not
I mean,
really
what-
convincing.
He's not trying to convince you.
I'm putting the information out there, and I want to
He
know
wants to
your
hear your
thoughts.
I
thoughts.
still believe, I mean,
Do you think we went to the moon?
you know, I don't know enough about it to know for sure because I've never really watched any of the documentaries and all that stuff. So it's something another thing I want to do research on.
You're sucking the sack.
What?
You just know what you're told. You don't question anything.
Yeah.
You're sucking on the teat of the
You need to
of the
question
government.
everything in life.
The government
Yes.
teat. No, that drives you crazy. You don't
Believe
do that.
nothing. Question
Then
all.
You'll be
End up
like
like
this
him.
guy.
Like I question plenty of stuff, but like,
Listen,
why would other than
Okay.
because it was the
Guy-
space race?
So
believe nothing, care
so-
about nothing.
all of a sudden,
There you go.
news comes on and says we've discovered Atlantis. You believe them?
When I see proof. Yeah, but they
It's not
show
proof.
you stuff.
You
show
can
you-
fabricate proof.
Ah,
If they can
Ah.
lose the proof,
You know,
they can
you know
fabricate.
when I believe them?
What?
When you could take like trips down there, like to Atlantis. You could take like
Yeah.
oh, here's a visit. Like you pay and they take you down there and you
Yeah.
go around it. You can see it visually
You act
yourself.
like
Bam, there's Atlantis.
I act like this because everything in
Listen,
today's world
today,
can be changed.
because of the internet.
But do you realize this information was not public years and years ago? Like, I'm talking like
Which
the
one?
80s.
The pictures and the
Yes, this stuff. Where would you have gotten these pictures in the 80s?
Oh, you wouldn't have.
Exactly. They had
They had to have it in an archive, and then they digitally uploaded it.
okay, when actual, not like DOS fucking internet,
Mm-hmm.
when was like the worldwide internet accessible to general population?
1994.
It was like,
Yeah, mid 90s.
was
Yeah.
it? All right.
Yeah, dial up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
95.
And like you
And
might-
that's
you
only
might
to,
know this.
like, people
Do you
with
know
money.
how the internet became the internet?
Nah, I actually don't know.
No, it was actually because of the Grateful Dead.
Really?
Yeah, It was all these old Deadheads had all their like recordings of tapes from the Grateful Dead shows, created their own online network to trade and sell their Grateful Dead tapes to each other. Yeah. So, like, it wasn't until after that like, you know, the World Wide Web was available and people started making websites and shit like that. Like,
that's another conspiracy theory.
you couldn't. No, it's not. Like you couldn't just
reading this on Wikipedia.
You couldn't just pull your phone out of your pocket and look up.
Yeah, I know. I was alive.
Everything is
at the time.
But do you remember that? Like,
I
it's
remember,
so different from today.
Yes, I understand that.
We were
what
children.
I'm saying is, it's the same thing. Like, I have family photo albums at home that I can digitally upload now. It could have been the same situation. They had these pictures. They're, you know,
congratulations.
They're government.
You can upload photos, and what can you do with a photo once it's digitalized?
Oh my God! Yes, you can do anything.
Ta-da!
You want to
I can put my picture into your family photos.
Yeah,
I can put me in your family photos.
You could tell.
Well, when I do it, yes. But when a
done.
professional does it, you
you
can't tell.
You can still tell.
And yes,
Like,
I'm gonna ask, well, why would they do that? And then you're gonna be like, well, because they don't want the government doesn't want people to know the truth.
Right, because like Joe and I said, they wanted to win the space race.
Yes.
They want because that
So
was
it could
our
be a possibility
foothold.
because they wanted to win the space race. They want to be the first on the moon.
Yeah.
They could have fabricated
So are
the
you
whole
telling
thing.
me till today, Russia still hasn't been to the moon?
No, they made it to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you?
I think us,
they made it before
say
them?
as
I
Buzz
think us, Russia,
Aldrin,
and
as,
China have all made it to them.
as all the people that were on that Apollo or supposed on the Apollo mission, could you sit there your entire life and lie about that?
Do you know how many people from the space?
Are dead?
No, because I don't know that, and I do know some have been killed or have died. Let me rephrase it: have died,
They were old.
quote unquote.
Yeah, they're probably speaking out.
Buzz
getting
Aldrin
old.
and Neil Armstrong are still alive. They were the first.
They're still on the sack.
Do you know who? Do you know
They're
who?
still on the sack.
Do you know who the only like man who made it on the moon like really actually talks? It's Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
He's the only one who talks. Neil Armstrong does not talk.
He doesn't like public figures.
No.
Because Buzz Aldrin's still getting that money from the government.
No, they're all still getting the money from the government.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
But Buzz Aldrin is willing to spit the lies when needed. When he does his interviews and when he does his other shit, like that's what he does.
We're always going with the Russia getting to the moon. Do you think we put those pictures out there. Do you think they made it before us?
I don't know. I honestly don't know because everything from the USSR is so cloaked in secret. Like we just saw with the Chernobyl movie that came out.
They're
Like,
real cocky, bro.
Yeah.
They were ashamed. They were like, no, we can't look weak.
yeah,
We can't look
exactly.
weak.
And like, remember when, what's his name, the actor guy, what's it, Skarsgård? He walks out and he like throws because he smashed the phone. And he goes, the official state stance is that we did not have a nuclear meltdown. And this is like after, like
the
after,
radiation already got
got out and like the Sweden like
Yeah.
they saw it and everything and they're like, we did not have a meltdown, and like that's why he like freaked the fuck out and broke the phone because they deny, cover up everything, destroy the evidence. So like, plus when the USSR fell and the new presidents took over and it's more of a democracy now, like I'm sure they cleaned house on everything, and then whatever they did have that they were like, we need to keep this and keep it secret, completely locked away, never seen again.
They might as well destroy it.
But if they need it for future reference, you never know. Because if it's a state secret, like the Chernobyl stuff, I'm sure they didn't destroy that for future reference. If anything ever happens, they have it locked up and they can pull their own people in.
A moon landing secret though, like just
Why
because
keep anything
ashamed
secret?
because they're ashamed that the U.S. made it first, so they were like, fuck it, well, let's not make a big deal out of it.
Do we have telescopes in the 1969?
Yes.
Like personal
Can you-
telescopes?
Punch him in the
personal
face?
telescopes.
Yes.
I'm
So
sure
how
they
come,
did.
Like
yeah.
people wouldn't just like look up and like, oh shit, they're there.
I don't
And then
think
you have
Because
that
they
kind of
weren't as good as today's
I'm
telescopes.
thinking now you might be able
like
to
you
do
gotta
that.
remember, like telescopes to see the moon back in like 1969 were like the size of a car.
Yeah, huge.
They're like the size of a car. Today's telescope you can buy at like Dollar General.
I was looking at Amazon. I
you
want
will
to pick a
see
nice
the
one
moon.
up.
Not close enough where you can see someone
No,
throwing you the peace sign.
No, but you can see. They say you can see the lunar lander, like the platforms that stayed when they took off. they say with like an average telescope today, you can see those in relative detail, not like it's like in your face on a picture.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Dude, I need to go get a telescope.
I was actually looking at buying one.
I want to buy a telescope purely for photography reasons.
Yeah.
I want to buy like one of the $200-$300 like big big ass round
about
ones
about
with the mirrors and
$250,
everything.
and
Yeah.
you can put your phone on it. And
You can put
everything.
your phone on it, and they have rigs to set up like my big DSLR cameras on them.
Yeah.
And stuff. But yeah, you can see like that's why I said like I don't deny we went to the moon. I deny that we went to the moon in
At that
1969. Yes.
But why would there be fucking like 7 platforms?
Because we
there?
probably went 7 times.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
How come we don't go now?
There's no need
Apparently
to go
they say
now.
it's too much money. No, we are going again.
I mean, everything.
Can
obviously,
this be
inflation.
fucking recorded then?
We have this conversation the other day. Did
How
we
about
not?
we record it? Live stream.
National
live
security.
fucking stream, baby.
National security.
Just like when we were watching that stupid giraffe give birth. Live stream.
Joe,
What?
it's government funded. It's national security.
Yeah, government
Not
funded
all
by
of it.
us.
Yeah, I know. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
live
trying-
stream
that's
it.
what I'm slowly trying to drill into your head is that the people we elect to do the best judgment for us and pay out of our hardworking hours keep the information from us. Because it's for the better cause. Do you know why Neil Armstrong doesn't talk?
Jake,
Because
you know,
he has
Engage
seen
people like you.
he has seen things up there. He had gone on record.
I thought you said he never went up there.
Neil Armstrong?
Yeah, he was on the first Apollo mission. You said did not make it to the moon.
That doesn't mean he didn't go before.
Well, how would he go before?
Well, I don't mean before. I mean he doesn't mean he wasn't on the trip that actually went. It doesn't matter. Like, why don't they talk?
Contradicting himself.
I don't know. Now you got me on.
Because he's got people like you sitting there telling him, "Oh, you're lying. You're a faker."
I would not say to his
I think
to
he
his
keeps
face.
quiet because he doesn't want to talk about that we didn't go. It was on a set, not that he's seen shit.
I think that
I've seen some shit.
it's difficult for me because I want to believe one and I want to believe
You know
another.
why they're keeping quiet? Because the moon actually is hollow, and they know it. They're like they don't want to spread
No,
that information.
In reality, I don't think the moon's hollow at all. I think the moon is the moon. It is there.
It's not Death Star?
I think it's.
What created
I think
it?
it's a huge astronomical coincidence that it is where it is. It's perfectly fits for the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse. Like it's in this perfect Lagrange
Isn't
point.
it like, isn't that too perfect? No?
Exactly. But I'm my brain can't comprehend the fact that like it just
Like I'm
it
surprised you
perfectly
haven't.
fit there.
You haven't.
Wait, you
haven't
were trying to
driven yourself
convince us
insane.
last episode that it was hollow.
I don't try
He
and
doesn't
convince.
try to convince.
I don't
us.
try and convince
He
you guys
puts
of
it-
anything.
He
we
just gives us the
we just
information that we
debate.
I
kinda
tell
put
you
it-
guys. I tell you guys in the beginning. Oh, I
He
didn't do it
might
this
not
time.
believe in all
I don't
these things.
believe it. It just don't
It's just
take
the
the
generalized.
don't take the inflection in my voice as
Conspiracy.
belief. It's more of excitement of telling this to you
stories.
guys.
Like
You know.
He likes telling
like
stories.
I believe if you believe in all these conspiracies like that, you will drive yourself
Exactly.
insane.
That's why there's points where like I have like I don't
He used to call
I
himself
don't
back to reality.
actively listen to conspiracy theories as much as I used to anymore on podcasts
You
because
start questioning too many things.
no
And you
because
question
like
life.
at the end of the day of like
Like,
listening
why
to
am I here?
4 hours of like I go to work and I listen to like 4 to 8 hours of conspiracy theories and by the end of the day I'm like I feel like my brain got
Hence the reason why his camera and his fucking
Yeah,
laptop
like-
is covers.
No, that's
like-
for when he when he's jerking off. So
Did you hear that fucking Alexa is recording you?
Oh yeah, all the time.
yeah so is your phone
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
it's
Google.
sending it back to.
There you go.
yeah I know
Proof.
that
It literally just beeped. It's
Go.
listening to me.
yeah well I don't know yeah.
Stop
So-
talking to Google, bro.
It's not that like all right so we'll
There's gonna be guys in fucking SWAT gear
Yeah.
coming in here in a second.
It's listening at all times. So is
Yeah.
your Siri.
I
Shut
told-
up.
I told you-
Siri, don't listen to me.
I told you I bought the DC Universe thing. The next day, ads for it. all
No,
over the
that's
place.
just.
Oh, yeah.
That's because your internet browser.
But
No.
Yeah,
I
we
did
were
do it
talking
on
on
my
the
phone.
podcast last week about something. I forgot what it was. And then I looked on Facebook and there was just fucking ads for it the entire time.
yeah.
All we did was talk about it. I didn't
Don't
look
you,
anything
don't you
up.
remember the time we tried to get it to trigger
Yes.
while we were on the phone? and it didn't work the time we tried to get
Because
it
it
checked.
knows.
We literally were like, we talked off the phone and we were like, hey, let's talk on the phone and let's use like, we'll keep talking about like rugby or whatever. Like that's what it was. We were gonna try and talk about rugby and see if like rugby would show up on our feeds of like our social
But it
media.
was something.
But we
last
couldn't
week
get
we
the
mentioned.
conversation to go long enough that it would start.
Because you don't know anything.
It was
Like
last
me.
week we were talking about
No.
something, or the week before or something,
Because
and
it's got to
it
be
started
something
showing
that neither
up.
one of us like actively searches, so that it's like really weird that it all of a sudden pops up.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, 100%. We live in a spy network police state. We are one step away from your movie that you keep yelling at me that I don't watch.
Minority Report.
Yeah,
Where you're
We
getting
are
arrested
one
before
Never
you...
seen
step.
Minority
But I
Report.
haven't either.
Yeah, but the movie's awesome because they're arresting people
Before
they
commit
do
the
the
crime.
crime.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah.
the movie's awesome.
All right, so
Interesting.
that's it on the moon landing.
Were you gonna do the movie list?
Boom.
We're gonna do.
No,
Brenden.
he wanted you. No, you told him to remind you about something.
Oh yeah, what was it?
When you remember you brought something up, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. Remind me about that."
Was it? It wasn't.
It was
It,
just like
I know.
20 minutes ago.
Whatever.
Oh, fuck.
If you remember,
You guys suck.
well then you should have
It's
wrote it
on the
down.
record.
Yeah, I know.
Bring us back.
No. Brenden has not seen a lot of movies, dude. Like, a lot. Like, let's first start
Like
with
cult
like
classics.
yeah. Let's start with Rocky. Rocky 1.
I know quotes from it.
Even
I've
though,
never seen
even
it.
though like I don't think Rocky 1 is the best.
Like
'Cause
none
I think-
of the Rockies.
I
Never
think-
seen any of them.
I've glanced at
Is Rocky
like if it
3
was
or
on
is it
TV.
Rocky 4 with
I
Drago?
poked in. I saw
Three.
scenes.
4? Yeah.
think.
Because it's Mr. T's 3, right?
Hey, Mr. T was in.
Yeah. See, this is what you need.
If he
You
does,
need.
he
You can
does.
skip Rocky 5 with what's his name? He's when he's street fighting. Remember? I can't remember.
I never.
Oh
saw Rocky
man!
V. I
Okay,
chose not to. Do
Rocky
that.
1, he fights Apollo and loses. Rocky 2, he comes back, fights Apollo again, and wins. Rocky 3, Mr. T. Rocky 4, Ivan Drago. Rocky 5 is
Street Fighter.
it's
He
basically
fights Blanca.
no. It's
And
like
Colonel
it's
Guile.
like Jason something. His name is. He's like
Statham.
no. But it was the
Doesn't
worst.
Drago kill Apollo
Yes.
first in a
Yeah.
boxing match?
Yeah.
Kill
They
him.
have an exhibition match,
Yeah.
and Drago kills him, and he goes, "If he dies, he dies." Yeah. So you need to
Badass,
watch
badass.
1 through 4.
I know.
Have
Someone-
you ever seen the Karate Kid?
Yes.
You got a notepad
I have seen Karate.
Yeah.
on your phone? Write down. Just write. I need you to chronicle it.
He's not gonna fucking watch the
It doesn't
Rocky
matter.
the
Rocky
whole
1
Rocky.
through 4.
Oh, he's not doing
It's just,
that.
I have no interest to watch Rocky.
But it's so good.
It,
It's so.
I
It's,
don't like movies like that.
Why?
I don't like wrestling or boxing or any of that shit.
Oh man, why you gotta talk about wrestling?
Because you're
man?
gay.
It's just I never got into those types
Okay.
of sports.
He has seen Predator.
Oh, I love Predator.
Have you seen Conan?
Yes.
Conan. What about the Goonies?
Yes. Oh my fucking
Yeah,
kidding?
okay.
I love the Goonies.
Dude, I'm
All right.
I'm talking cult classics. You
Okay.
didn't see Rocky.
What about first Mission Impossible?
Yes.
Okay.
Not none of the other ones. Well, I've seen the one with the third one. I think was Simon Pegg.
I watched them all. I don't remember them all.
What about? Thinking of cult classics here.
You
He's
mentioned
seen
Term-
Commando.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Okay.
He's seen some movies. This is backfiring on us.
No,
but-
no, it's not. Because there's,
No,
there's
because he was naming movies from like the 80s.
yeah, like
Oh, have you ever seen 16 Candles?
No.
what?
The Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Okay. Pretty in Pink.
No. What?
I've seen all of those.
Molly Ringwald, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's a fucking hottie, bro.
Let's see what else.
Yeah, back then.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes.
Okay, if he didn't see that, I'm kicking him out. Like, I'm literally gonna drag him by his gay haircut out the door.
I've seen all Terminators, all the Alien movies, except the one where Ripley died.
Have
like
you seen Demolition Man?
No.
You haven't either.
Yeah.
You fucking
I'm
assholes.
working on my Tom Cruise shit.
Dude,
Okay.
I'm
No, I
putting
don't
that,
like Tom
I'm
Cruise.
put-
What about? Did you see?
Demolition Man is not Tom Cruise.
I thought it was.
Oh.
No, it's Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, you're right.
And they
you're
get
right.
frozen and they get
Yeah.
woken up back in
Did you
like
see-
the
did you
year
see the-
2000.
They
Did
got
you see the
future.
original Judge Dredd?
Yes.
You've seen the original Judge Dredd.
Yes. I haven't
with-
seen the new one.
With
With Sylvester
With
Stallone.
Stallone and
Yes.
what's his name? You can do it. Rob Schneider.
He was in that?
Yes, he was his like co-star.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
But you haven't seen the one with.
The new one. I haven't seen the new one.
It's not new. It's like almost a decade old now.
Newer.
It was Carl Urban.
No, I haven't seen that one.
What is wrong with you? It's so good.
I hated it.
Really? It had Cersei Lannister as the bad
I
guy.
never really liked them.
Judge Dredd.
Dredd.
Oh, it's so good.
Weird.
Um,
I feel like it was a
You had a bunch more when
I
you
know.
were
I
talking
can't.
about
I
these.
can't remember now.
pussy ass Punisher.
What?
What?
I don't know, Judge Dredd.
Oh, I guess. You've obviously seen The Punisher, right? With Thomas Jane.
The original one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The second one was bad.
What about Fast and Furious?
Are you really?
Really?
I should hit you for that one. No, there's more. God damn it.
Star Wars.
No, he's never seen that. What about the Star Trek?
Star Trek.
I have seen.
The newer ones.
No.
I've seen
The
newer
older
ones.
one.
I've seen.
That's
I
fine.
can't remember which ones I've seen. I've seen their first one.
The one with V'ger.
Wrath of Khan.
I've seen
Wrath of Khan,
I've
yeah.
seen that one.
That one's not that good. It's played
I
up.
didn't
it's
see the
pla-
one with the whales. Whatever the fuck. Space whales or
I
something.
did see that one, but I was a young kid. I haven't rewatched it. They're all on Amazon Prime.
See, I went back just not recently, but like, I started like I seen the Next Generation when I was a kid because it was on TV, so I watched
Yeah.
it through.
Yeah, so-
But I never seen the original Star Trek until like maybe 10 years ago. I went back and watched it.
What about
The disdain for you is ridiculous. That you
Night-
didn't see it until you were an adult.
Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yes.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Yes.
But have you seen all of the Friday the 13th?
I don't think I've even seen it on Friday.
I have them on my.
I might have missed like one or two.
I have them on my movie.
What about Freddy vs.
all right,
Jason?
you
What
have-
about Jason Goes to Space?
I have-
It's Jason X. It's not Jason Goes to
Jason
Space.
X.
I have-
What about
Sadly.
Ernest Goes to Jail?
Oh my god!
I don't think I've seen all the Ernest movies, but
I
I've probably
haven't
seen
seen
close
them
to
all.
all
I've
of
seen
them.
a couple.
Ooh.
of them.
So, all right, because like both of you, I'll give you my Movies Anywhere login. You can just pull it up on your computer, your anything you want. It's an app on like Fire Stick,
The
Amazon,
tons of
everything.
porn.
No, Movies Anywhere is it's
What about Tremors?
Yes.
okay. You have to watch Friday the 13th Part 1 through the end because when you rewatch them now and it's like an adult, they are not chronologic at
Oh no,
all.
no, I know.
They're so
No, no.
horrible. So
You're like,
horrible.
wait, what?
Yeah, they're so horrible.
They're not at all.
I remember when I was a kid, like seeing them like one or whatever. Like they seemed like they flowed so well when I was a young kid because I was like 9, 10 watching these. They seemed like they flowed so well, and then I watched them like, am I having a stroke? Am I watching the right movies? Because these are not fitting together at all.
You know what's not turning out good? Us asking him about these movies
I
that he's
know.
seen, dude. Like,
I
He
just-
had a better list.
I had
when
a
he
better list, and it was like
You just never wrote them
it
down.
was literally like the day after we recorded
Men in
episode
Black.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are too new. It's you gotta go older stuff we would have
fuck,
watched when
man.
we were kids.
Ooh,
I
what
didn't
about
watch a
like
lot of
Little
movies.
Monsters?
I have.
Are you talking about?
The one with Howie Mandel and Fred Savage, when he's under the bed
I have.
and he goes under
Yes.
the bed to the monster town.
I don't think I've.
Oh my
I've never-
god, it's the
I've
best!
never-
I
heard
don't
of
remember
that.
it, but I remember the name. And I
What?
remember the actor.
Dude, Little Monsters,
Okay, all right,
bro.
we're gonna go deep here. People Under the Stairs,
Yes.
No.
must watch. Put it on the list.
Tales from the Hood.
You mean Tales from the Crypt?
No, Tales from the Hood.
All right,
Seen
what
the second
about
one.
what about Monster Squad?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Wolfman got nards.
I'll admit I didn't see Monster Squad until I was in my like almost 20s.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that was one of my favorite movies as a
It just
kid.
it didn't come into my radar.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I didn't watch a lot of movies as a kid because we didn't really have like all we had was fucking Blockbuster. There was always new stuff.
Yeah,
that
that's
came
what
out.
I had too.
Well, I don't know. My parents were big movie.
I feel like that's what everyone.
So
had.
they
Yeah.
never.
No, I'm sorry. I had Netflix when I was a child. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
My parents created it.
My parents weren't big movie goers. We didn't watch a lot of TV. So
My parents
we
weren't
didn't-
anything goers.
Yeah, well, whatever. So
We
we,
got
I
boring
never really
McBorsford.
got.
Well, that's why we're going over this.
When I was
Okay.
younger.
So, People on the Stairs, Monster Squad. What else do we got, Joe?
Monster Squad, great movie.
I know, right? What's another?
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
I've seen Top Gun.
You have? You sure?
I don't remember it well.
You see
but
the
I've
new
seen
one
it.
coming
Okay,
out?
Iceman.
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
There's a new one coming out.
No.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Yeah, with Tom Cruise and
Yeah.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer can't talk.
Don't matter.
That don't matter. He's there, man.
They'll
Val
digitally-
Kilmer can't talk. He
they'll
had throat cancer.
digitally
So?
do his voice. Maybe he
I'm
had
pretty
throat
sure I
cancer
saw
in
him
the
on
movie.
IMDb.
It is coming out though. I heard about it.
Okay, I'm disappointed in that. What?
I'm disappointed in that. Top Gun, Maverick,
Oh,
2020.
Please tell me like Channing Tatum's in it.
Val
Someone good.
Kilmer. No, this fucking dickhead that no one likes. Miles Teller.
Oh, I like him.
You like him?
Nobody
Maybe
likes
it's
him.
because he had something to do with that awful fucking Fantastic
I didn't think that
Four
was
movie.
good.
Oh.
Who was the female lady in Top Gun, the original one? The one where they're banging to that song that I had stuck in my head that one day. And you like that song? Because I was singing it so horribly.
Damn, what other movies, bro?
What about Last Action Hero?
Nope.
Do you remember?
What
this
about
one?
Rambo?
No, I think
Never
he said
seen-
no.
I've
Yeah.
never seen Rambo.
What about?
Wait, what's the last? Is that with the parents and they go into?
No, Last Action Hero was Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he
Oh.
where he puts on like the big suit of armor thing, like it's the red one. Oh, it was
What about True
Isn't
Lies?
that fucking? That's Jingle All the Way.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up, bro.
Yes, I've seen
With-
True Lies.
You seen True Lies with Sinbad? Oh no, Jingle All the Way is Sinbad, the
Yeah.
mailman.
Yeah.
What about Steel with Shaq?
No.
What? You didn't see Steel with Shaq? Oh god, that was so good. It was like right after he had Shaq Fu out, like the video game. You remember Shaq Fu?
Yes.
Yeah. And then what was it? Was it Kazam?
That
Is-
everyone thought it was Sinbad.
No! Stop!
That's
Don't
Or
start with that
Shazam
yet.
Or whatever with the
Ooh,
Yeah,
is
the
that
fucking-
one we're gonna do? Episode?
the
The Mandela Effect?
Yeah,
Mandela
Mandela
effect.
Yes, I
That's
love
it.
that.
I said, shut up.
Dude,
That's it.
that one.
Shut up!
9/11.
Shut up!
Dude, there's so
Here we go.
many.
Shut up. Alright,
That's another episode.
yeah. That's why I said shut up.
Shut
So-
the fuck up.
So, yeah. What was it called? Look it up. It's Shaquille O'Neal. Was it, is it Kazam?
Shazam
I
or
have seen
Shazam?
that.
One of the two.
I think it's Kazam.
It's Kazam.
I don't think it was.
'Cause we all think
I think,
it
it's,
was-
I think it's Kazam.
Because it's the Mandela
Shazam,
Effect.
Shazam is the one with it was supposed to be you named him. He was the mailman. Sinbad, yeah. But Sinbad openly says he didn't do the movie. He openly says he did not do the movie. He says it's the Mandela effect. He goes. The reason everyone thinks he did the movie is because for so long everyone said that there was this movie, no one could find it, whatever, and then he played into it and he dressed up like it
Yeah.
and took photos of it.
Kazam.
Yes, Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah. Because we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
You're like, I remember seeing the videotape. Whatever,
Ooh, what
blah,
about
blah, blah."
fucking Coneheads?
Coneheads? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Have you seen like Tommy Boy?
Yes. Oh, come on.
Oh,
You
well,
can't
I don't
name
know.
those movies. I fucking anything with Chris Farley I've seen.
Okay. So
What
you've
about-
seen Black Sheep?
Yes.
So all the
You've seen the Great White Ninja?
Yes. Well, it's what was it? Beverly Hills Ninja.
Beverly Hills Ninja. That's what it was.
So you've seen like all the Adam Sandler ones, Happy Gilmore,
Yes.
Billy Madison.
All right. I don't know what happened, but we're back.
I don't know where the last thing it
It
taped.
doesn't matter. We're fine. Because I literally
So
just
you've
clicked it.
seen Back to the Future's,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ghost,
those.
E.T.,
Yes.
Are-
Gremlins.
Yes.
Are you like? What are you looking up? Like 80s
Yeah.
movies? Okay.
Oh, Stand By Me.
Yes.
Damn, he saw Stand
Refresh
By
my
Me.
memory. Sounds familiar. I think I've seen it.
With the little
It's the coming
kid,
of age
you want to
movie.
see a dead body? The four little white
They
kids.
go for the travel, or they're on the
They
railroad
walk the
tracks.
tracks
and
and
almost
Yes,
get
yes. Isn't it based off of like?
It was a book.
Yeah, it was based off of.
What about-
Mice and Men or whatever?
Die
No.
Hard.
Yes.
Like the original Die Hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
What?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I had one in my head. I lost it when you said that.
Trading Places.
Yeah.
See Trading Places.
Isn't that like Freaky Friday?
No.
Not really.
What about Big with Tom Hanks?
Big?
Yes.
Love it.
Green Mile?
Yes.
So you like?
You ever see The Burbs?
No,
Yes.
what the fuck's
Burbs,
the Burbs?
fucking amazing. One of my favorite movies.
And now with
with Tom
the
Hanks.
chicks.
Tom Hanks, Carrie
Castaway.
Fisher.
I'm thinking of
I've seen Castaway. I
Poltergeist?
have Castaway actually.
What about the Lost Boys?
I've
Sounds
actually never
familiar.
seen The Lost Boys.
What about Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's
There's Dad. Yes. I
No.
seen it. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, dude, it
That's
has
good.
Christina Applegate in it.
Oh, she was so hot back then.
Yeah, I know. Dude,
Speaking of like,
she's hot
rewatch Alien 1.
I did last night actually.
How hot is
Sigourney Weaver?
Sigourney Weaver in that?
Oh yeah.
What about
God.
the Never-Ending Story?
I've
Yes.
seen that.
Yeah.
Platoon?
Did I just watch it actually?
Where he drops it and he's like, "What?"
That's with Charlie Sheen, right?
Charlie Sheen and who's Spider-Man, Topher Grace, Green Goblin, what's his
William
name?
Dafoe.
Oh,
William Dafoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Coming to America.
Yes.
Oh, Coming to America.
Hey, fuck you!
What about
Yes!
What
The
about
original-
Fuck you
What
too!
about the original RoboCop?
Yes.
Okay.
Caddyshack?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, your list is...
Yeah,
He's just naming fighting movies.
Who?
Him!
Oh,
'Cause
that
he's
was
like-
one. He never saw Bloodsport.
No.
Wait, Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah.
What about Jean-Claude Van Damme? The one when he's on the Pittsburgh Penguins.
What the fuck
and
are
the
you
ice,
talking
in
about?
the igloo, the ice rink, and his daughter gets kidnapped. There's a bomb in the hockey rink.
Oh, that does sound familiar.
Dude,
And they're like underneath the ice rink and stuff. Yeah. That sounds familiar.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, dude.
Look up some Van Damme movies. Let's see if this guy's
No,
seen any of those.
I've never seen any, probably.
But Bloodsport. What is this for?
Oh, it's for
Door?
my pool and my
Oh,
gym.
Jim.
Jim? What are you doing, Jim?
Are you doing Van Damme movies?
I can't believe you've never seen The Burbs. It's on Amazon. You should watch it. It's fucking hilarious.
Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Double Impact.
Double Impact. That's a good one.
No. I don't even know why you're looking up. I probably have never seen anything with him.
Exactly.
You never
it's-
seen any Jean-Claude Van Damme movie? I can
I don't know who that
understand.
is.
I can understand nowadays, but like early '90s, late '80s. That's some of shit.
That's
What
okay.
about Street Fighter movie? The Street
haven't
Fighter
seen the
movie.
Street Fighter movie.
You never?
No.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Wait, you've
played
never seen the
Colonel Guile.
Street Fighter movies?
No.
What?
Dude, he plays Guile.
Does he?
Yeah, dude.
With Blanco and.
What about Time Cop?
Time Cop was the best.
That one sounds familiar.
I'm going back in Sylvester Stallone's to see what we got here. Let's see. Death Race?
Universal
No.
Soldier.
No.
Universal Soldier, that was a good one too. Let's see.
Oh, what about Speed with Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
Speed.
What do you mean say yes? Like that's a fucking.
It's a car. It's like
Oh.
car
No, it's
movie.
Why? It came out around that time when...
What about
Watching movies.
From Hell? With
What about
it's
Over
about
the Top?
Jack the Ripper. I've
Over
never
the
seen
Top.
it. I've never seen.
You've never seen Over the Top?
No.
You
Explain
have
it.
homework to do. Over the Top?
Yeah.
Arm wrestling movie.
No. Really?
Not
Yeah.
watching that.
It's so good.
The fucking
It's
bullshit.
so good. Yo, all right. Anyone listening,
Don't listen.
watch
To him.
Over the Top.
Don't listen to him.
Sylvester Stallone plays this arm
He's-
wrestling guy, and like he's like
He's playing it up over the top.
no, because here's what it is. Like, Joe, give me your arm.
He
No.
breaks
So
it
you
in
gotta
half.
do that.
No. So he's arm wrestling. So and like he like when he can't like beat a guy, he switches arms and he like arm wrestles backwards with his arm. That's what it's, I don't know why it's called. It's crazy. It's cool. It's a good movie.
You can't do that.
I don't just they did it.
It's
It's good.
against the
It's
fucking
good.
rules,
It's
bro.
awesome. Yeah.
Oh, this is From Hell, man. It's Johnny Depp, and he plays like a fucking a cop, pretty much, and he's trying to find out who Jack the Ripper is.
That actually sounds really good.
Dude, great movie.
Cliffhanger.
I can't remember that.
The name sounds familiar. I can't remember though.
They're like hiking up like it's Mount Everest, right?
I think so. Yeah. What about Sleepy Hollow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That one I would. A botched midair heist
Dude, Johnny Depp
results
has
in
some
a
good movies, bro.
what was it?
There's a
Johnny
secret
Depp
window.
has some good movies. No.
That was good from Johnny Depp.
What about Basic Instinct?
I had the biggest
Basic
thing.
Instinct. I think so.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
You know, I had a big thing for Christina Ricci.
Oh yeah, I still do.
Oh yeah.
Spy Kids 3D.
No.
Yeah.
What?
It's because Sylvester Stallone's in it. I'm going through his IMDb page. Expendables.
Yes.
Expendables 2.
Yes.
Bullet to the Head.
No.
What? You gotta watch it. Escape Plan.
No.
You gotta watch that.
Have you seen Blow?
Yes.
Oh, it's a good one.
That's
With Johnny Depp?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's a very
What
good
about
What?
Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
No.
I think I saw that.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
Alright. I think we're gonna pull it to a close.
Whoop whoop. So many good episodes coming up soon. We're gonna have 9/11. We're gonna have Mandela Effect. We're gonna have some crazy shit. Stay tuned.
9/11's gonna happen down the road because like
That's a lot of information.
it's a lot of information and a lot of people get mad at it. Really.
Don't get
quick.
mad. We just talking.
All right. Till next time.
Spoiler alert.